Will iPhone 18 Pro have transparent back? Leak says yes, if Apple goes forward. A transparent or translucent iPhone would reflect earlier industry innovations, like Nothing's see-through style. Apple is apparently investigating a transparent or semi-transparent back for the iPhone 18 Pro series, implying parts of the rear panel could display internal components or a stylized layer beneath the glass. The report traces to the leaker digital chat station on Weibo, whose posts have been replicated by tech outlets indicating Apple is experimenting with slightly transparent back glass on iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max. While details differ, the consensus is that Apple is testing a translucent treatment around the rear panel, presumably centered on the MagSafe area or lower back, rather than a fully clear back displaying every component. Context from recent reports indicates to Apple preserving the iPhone 17 Pro's overall rear plateau camera design while experimenting new materials and finishes, which might include a translucent ceramic shield part for MagSafe. Outlets reporting on the leaks claim that Apple is also investigating a punch-hole front camera to downsize or replace the dynamic island, plus variable aperture primary camera upgrades that would complement a freshened rear design. If Apple goes forward, a transparent or translucent iPhone would reflect past industry movements like Nothing's see-through style and earlier efforts from HTC and Xiaomi, while pointing to Apple's own translucent iMac G3 heritage. That's so, sources stress that it's uncertain if Apple's transparency would display true internals or a stylized overlay, and industrial choices could alter before mass production. Several rumors also mention a probable steel shell battery or stainless steel vapor chamber in the Pro Max variant, suggesting thermal packaging modifications that could match with back design tweaks. On the front, miniaturized camera components and a smaller display hole have been floated, matching with the overall push to decrease visual clutter while experimenting with the back's look. Timing remains usual for Apple. The iPhone 18 series is scheduled around September 2026, giving the company leeway to finalize materials and finishes, or to discard the transparent notion if it doesn't satisfy durability or manufacturing standards. For now, Leak says yes comes with the typical caveat. Apple prototypes numerous hardware directions each cycle, and only a subset reaches the shipping product. At first sight, the iPhone 18 Pro series might not look substantially different from the impending iPhone 17 Pro. Apple is set to continue with the same overall form, sporting a raised triangular triple camera module on the rear. The display sizes, 6.3 inches for the iPhone 18 Pro and 6.9 inches for the iPhone 18 Pro Max, are also expected to remain unaltered. However, reports say Apple may alter the MagSafe region with a somewhat transparent ceramic shield design, while the details are still unknown. Overall, the focus appears to be on refining the build rather than overhauling it totally. Reports, however, remain varied. Display analyst Ross Young and Bloomberg's Mark Gurman both think that while Apple would cut down the dynamic island, it may not remove it totally in 2026. On the other side, The Information's Wayne Mao reports Apple is going for a design with a single pinhole camera instead of the island. The widespread belief is that the iPhone 18 Pro will signal an intermediate phase, a smaller dynamic island this time, with a fully hidden Face ID technology appearing later. 1. Powering the next wave of AI. Under the hood, the iPhone 18 Pro is believed to run on Apple's new A20 Pro CPU, developed on TSMC breakthrough 3nm technology. While performance enhancements over the A19 Pro may be minor, the main upgrade comes in how the chip is built. Apple is rumored to be adopting a new chip-on-wafer-on-substrate packaging approach, which permits tighter integration between the CPU, GPU, memory, and neural engine. This approach could make a substantial difference in how effectively the phone executes on-device AI activities, especially as Apple keeps growing its Apple Intelligence ecosystem, designed to process more data locally rather than in the cloud. 2. Apple's first totally in-house 5G modem. Another key internal shift could be the debut of Apple's C2 modem, the company's next-generation in-house cellular processor. Following the C1 modem used in the iPhone 16e, this new version offers quicker connectivity, better energy efficiency, and millimeter wave 5G capability in the US. The transition is part of Apple's bigger goal to lessen dependence on Qualcomm, and if successful, it may make the iPhone 18 Pro the first flagship wholly powered by Apple's own 5G solution. 3. DSLR-style variable aperture. Adding to the camera enhancements, Apple is rumored to be testing a variable aperture system for the main camera on the iPhone 18 Pro versions. Unlike the fixed f/1.78 aperture featured on previous Pro iPhones, this would allow users to alter the aperture for improved control over light and depth of field, akin to what's available on professional DSLR cameras. In low light, the lens may expand wider to let in more light, while in bright surroundings, it might close down for sharper focus. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has also corroborated this allegation, adding that it would be the first time Apple allows manual aperture adjustment on an iPhone. 3. 5G satellite connectivity could arrive. Apple's satellite-based emergency features might soon morph into full-fledged internet connectivity. According to the information, Apple is trying to add 5G satellite internet capabilities to future models, which would allow customers to connect to the web even without ground-based towers. If successful, the iPhone 18 Pro and its siblings could become the first smartphones to give actual non-terrestrial data connectivity. 3. Simplified camera control button. Lastly, Apple is rumored to be revising its new camera control button, introduced on the iPhone 17 series. The next version may delete the capacitive touch layer and rely exclusively on pressure sensitivity to detect gestures, according to Weibo-based account Instant Digital. The change isn't about limiting functionality, but cutting production costs, as the present system is apparently expensive to make and repair. So, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.